Hey guys, DB here, and I'm joined here with Star, Ferry, Vivek, and Sora. So we did this weekend's match. We had 5 matches, 2 on Saturday and 3 today, which is Sunday, and we're just recording right after we finished the last match. So we're gonna go one by one about every single match, and we're gonna have views with all the people in the podcast right now. So the first match we did was Africa versus Europe. One that was the first match of yesterday, Saturday. So in Africa, we had Warkloon, Navdeed, Maishood, and FM, which is a different name. He came with account Boy1234, which is his account now. So all of these four showed up. From Europe 1, we had Sleeper and Kazurji. So it was 4 from other team, 2 from this. So they went as a 3v2 in the entire match. Uh, Maishood from Africa kept getting kicked out. So it was still a 3v2 because they had a sub.
Mm-hmm.
Now uh who won the tournament? Okay, Africa won because obviously Africa won, not the tournament, the match. Because obviously they had 3 players and the other team has the disadvantage of the numbers. So it was still a pretty good match. Sleeper was he just if we're gonna make a position for the MVP of the tournament or the best kills or the best performance, I think it will go to Sleeper just because of his or her performance in this particular match. Even though it was a situation of a 3v2, but Sleeper did extraordinarily well in the entire matches. There were so many kills. I remember it was like more than 20 kills or 25 kills, which was pretty insane. Even in some situations like this, I think I've seen him take down like entire team of 3 players in like 3 different situations.
Yeah.
So
he did several times.
Yeah, he did extraordinarily well, and I haven't seen anyone else do this good in this tournament so far. So, what did you guys think about the match?
It's a really intense match. It was our first tiebreaker, so that was really cool too.
That's true. That's true. It was the first match that went as a tiebreaker, even though it was a 3v2. But still, because of Sleeper and because of Sleeper's and Kazurji's communication and their cooperation, they managed to pull off a tiebreaker, even though it was a 3v2. But yet again, there was another match that had a 3v2, and they won. The only 2 players there were. So we're going to talk about later. Anyways, go on.
Not only was it a tiebreaker, it was at one point it was 9-9 in the tiebreaker, and Africa won had literally 1 kill.
Yeah,
So-
I think I remember. He might have won. Like Europe one might have won if Sleeper was not killed by a tomahawk, which I would say was kind of I think I don't know if it was luck or anything. He just did not see the tomahawk coming. If he was alive, he might have taken the victory, but in the last round he got killed. So yeah, but it was pretty tough. Like going 9-9 in a tiebreaker, you don't see that happening so often.
No.
Yeah.
For Africa, Navneet was really good, especially in the second round. He joined late, but once he joined in Secret Lab, they were winning pretty convincingly.
Yes, and I think we all can remember all the bow kills he got.
Oh yeah,
He really liked that bow.
Kills.
When we saw him using bow, it was like, seriously? Is he joking? Like you're playing in a tournament and you have a bow, but then he started making kills with it, and everyone was so amazed. So yeah, I remember it very clearly because of his bow kills. And yeah, I think from Africa, Warkloon and Navneet were the one who were doing a lot. Maishood kept getting kicked out because of the ping, and Boy123, he got disqualified in the next round for his behavior. So it was still a 3v2. Sometimes it went as a 2v2 when Boy1234 was disqualified and Maishood was getting kicked because of the ping. So that was the only situation. It was a 2v2, unless in the entire match it was a 3v2.
Yeah.
So anyone else want to go with this match?
I think that's all for that match.
Okay, yeah. We're gonna have more quiz in the next one. So Asia 3 versus Asia 4 happened. Not a lot to talk about it. In Asia 3, there were Avenger, Leon 14, and A45H8, and they all showed up. From Asia 4, no one showed up. So it was the first forfeit of this tournament, which I'm really glad, because before we used to have a lot of forfeits, and
Oh
this
my
is the
gosh.
first one we have. So I'm really glad that it's happening, even though like there's a lot of people who does not show up, but still we're managing to have matches, and it was the first forfeit because literally no one showed up. So
Yeah.
like we allowed substitutes, but like the both teams did not have any substitute. So yeah, that was the first forfeit. Anyways, the next match, which was NA2 versus NA3, that happened today. That was the first match of today. So from NA2, we had Iceland Noobs, Free Mind, and Six. They have Biggie too, but he didn't come. From NA3, we had Bellator only. His teammates Joe Dave and Not Case Hole did not show up. So since it was Bellator, it went as a 2v1,
Yeah.
and I think we all know how that goes always. So Bellator lost quite badly.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, so there's not a lot of to talk about. He was really upset, and he dropped out of the tournament because he was so upset by his defeat. So, anyways, you guys go ahead.
There's not really much to say on that match, other than it would have been really nice if his teammates had come. So.
That's true. He looked if for actually, you guys go first. If there's any other thing you want to say, anyone else?
No, you can go.
Okay. So one thing I just want to put it out. Benacher was so upset that it was a 2v1, and I saw him kind of complaining that it was a 2v1. It wasn't unfair. He said something about the tournament. There was yeah, he said something about a tournament, and I just want to say that I think we all can remember that in the first stage, in the winners bracket, in the first matches, it was NA3 versus NA4, and NA3 all showed up. Jodev, Belcher, not Kiswell, and from NA4 we only had Khalil the dude. And from NA3, they didn't go as a 1v1, they still went as a 2v1, and that's the thing they did with Khalil the dude. He lost so badly, even though he tried so hard, but he still lost, and he was so calm about it. So, and Bellator was there in that match. So he went against someone in a 2v1 situation. He put someone in that position. So when you get put in the same situation like that, you need to understand that you've once put someone else in that position too. So when you're there, you should not be complaining about it. Because if you think it's unfair, then you should have went as a 1v1 for him. Still, I it's pretty clear everyone do not want to take risk in the tournament, that they want to ensure that their victory. But you guys, like, people like really need to understand this, and they need to stay calm. It's not about the tournament. We're trying our best to keep everything fair, and we have given everyone opportunity to, if they want to make fair, they should have went as a 1v1 before. So they didn't go as a 1v1 today. The other team did not go as a 1v1, so you should not be complaining about this. So that's all we had to say about that match. NA4, sorry, what was the team? NA2 lost, which was only Bellator, and from NA3,
No, NA3
I'm
lost.
confusing. Yeah, NA3 lost and NA2 won. So it was a
Yes.
2v1 situation. Anyways, the next match we had today, the second match of today, was South America 1 versus, that was the second one of today.
Oh, you're going out of order.
SA1. Yeah. Wait, I'm going out of order?
SA1 was first.
Yeah.
Versus AU1.
Oh,
AU2.
SA1 were first.
Hmm?
Okay, sorry. Okay, that was the first. Okay, so SA1 versus Europe 2 was the first match of today. I just got confused there, maybe. So in SA1, South America 1, we had Axon, Spyroon, Eve, and Jazly. And from Europe 2, we had Aphrodite, Destroyer 69, Zeal, and Extapo. And this is the first match that not only the three players, but their substitutes showed up. So it was we had 8 players in the servers. But obviously it was a 3v3, so the 2 substitutes were in the spectators for the entire match, because nobody left I think they probably switched at some point, but
Yeah.
no one got kicked out.
I
They had
remember.
some. Yeah, go on.
I remember one team was like rotating their sub with their other players, so everyone got a chance to play, which
Yeah.
I found that was really cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's true. So it was so even, and I was so glad that we had this 3v3, not just 3v3. They were like literally no one was getting kicked out, even though because the one was the Europe team and one was the South America team, so they had a difference with region, but their ping was still consistent. It wasn't so bad that it was unplayable, and it wasn't something that the other team complained. I didn't see anyone complaining in the I didn't see anyone. I don't know if I'm wrong, but I didn't see anyone complaining about anything in that match. So it went really, really great. They didn't go as a they did go as a tiebreaker. I'm sorry. I was about to say they didn't go as a tiebreaker. They did go as a tiebreaker. It was so even. But in the end, Europe 2, which is Aphrodite Destroyer, Zeal, and X Chapo, they took the victory. From SA1, Spyroon did really great in the first round of the match. And in the second one, Eve did really great in the second one. In Europe too, actually they all did pretty good, but I think Destroyer was doing much better from the other one, even though everyone did really great.
Yeah.
So you guys go ahead.
That match went pretty well. Went really smooth compared to most of the other matches I've
Yeah,
been part of that we've done so far. So I was really
yeah, that's
happy with
true.
how it went.
Yeah. Anyways, anyone else? Anyone else?
No, pretty solid match.
Yeah,
Nothing much to say about it. It went really well.
that's true. Like there was no drama or anything. It was just a plain match, and we all were just so glad that it was so fair and everything. So
The only thing that really happened, well, it happened every match, was the scoreboard bug, but
yeah.
That was
that was
Yeah.
every match.
Not just the score bug, but Eve got kicked because of the glitch, the anti-glitch system that killed him off, and he was so confused.
Yeah.
So yeah, there were some bugs over there. Anyways, Ferry, are you still with us?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
good.
Do you have? I'm just checking. Are you not asleep?
No.
Okay, you sound like you're quite sleepy. Do you want to say something about this match?
No.
Wow, just plain no. Okay,
To be
let's just
honest,
move
I
ahead.
didn't Much.
Right. So I
Then
just
no. It was good. Yeah.
Y'all had a fun time.
that's true.
LM10
true.
was the best. His reactions also was pretty wholesome. That's what I have to say.
Wow, she probably already went to the next match.
Foreshadowing. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
You really need rest. I think we all are like so tired. But it's
I'm
been so
not.
many hours. We're sitting.
I actually took a
just-
nap in like between every match, I swear. So
Wow.
I'm just regenerated only because of that.
I'm kind of the same. I slept in that one.
You slept during the match.
Yeah, and I
That's the
went away
difference.
to bed.
Okay, this was the last match. It was the first match from the loser bracket, NA1 versus NA4. So from NA1, we had LM10 and Juan Carlos. Their other teammate, Fruits, did not show up. From NA4, we had Khalid the Dude, Havoc Hellrise, and there was Yuto, which was another player that we added. So it was 3 versus 2
Yes.
for most of the matches, except for some rounds that Yuto left. But this was the first match that it was a 3v2, but the team that had disadvantage over the numbers were winning so easily. And Juan Carlos in the first match, it was in the Secret Lab, if I'm not too wrong. It was in Secret Lab the first round, and
Yes.
Juan Carlos and LM10 were doing so good. I saw so many mind kills from Juan Carlos, and that's what I've been telling everyone, that if you need to win, if you have a number disadvantage, you need to use trap mines. You need to know how to use them. I saw so many kills through trap mines by Juan Carlos. And in the first match, Juan Carlos had a lot of kills, and LM10 was not any behind him, also making a lot of kills from there. And from NA4, Khalil the dude, he did pretty good in a situation as a 2v1, but I think since it was he had his whole team, so it was like kind of like the pressure got diffused between all those three, so he wasn't so pressurized. So I think he didn't perform that well as he was doing in the 2v1 match. Havoc Hellrise, he was normal in the entire match. He was making kills. He was also quite dying. And Yuto is a new player. He haven't played Warmerise a lot, but since we thought Havoc dropped out and uh, we didn't want Khalil to go in the same situation again as a 2v1 again. So we added Yuto in his team, even though Yuto did not have any bought weapons or any more experience in the previous tournaments or a lot of kills or a good kill streak or anything. But we still gave him a chance because he was in the same region as Khalil, so we didn't have much option or time. So Yuto in the first round couldn't do much for his team. It was a lot of pressure because Juan Carlos and M10 were doing so great in it. In the second one, he did manage to secure some kills and to distract some of the other team so that his teammates could go for the kill. So, but still, they did put a good fight. It's not like they just went all out. Actually, one kind of like went all out.
Yeah.
They were doing so great. Juan Carlos, he was doing so good with carbines. I saw so many headshots, and with the mine kill. So it was overall it was a great match. This was the first time we saw that if you are good, if you play tactically, then numbers do not really count in there. They do count, but like
Not
if you
as
play
much.
tactically, if you have a control on your nerves, you can still win the match, even if it's a 3v2 and you are like having a less number of players. So yeah, that was a big review. Anyways, you guys go ahead.
What I liked about that match is LM10's sportsmanship. The other team has literally basically gave up and said, we've lost in the first round. And LM10's like, don't give up. He literally told them, even though they were on the other team, to keep trying. So I really liked that.
Yeah, there was a lot of sportsmanship all around too.
Yeah.
Even Khalil, Yuto, Havoc, even when they lost, they were chill about it. They accepted the loss gracefully.
Mm-hmm.
All that. In the first round, Juan Carlos and LM10. Juan Carlos was just getting a lot of kills with carbine, and he was like pushing out. And then LM10 was very good at like supporting him. So that's where they went good because they had a good like teamwork.
Yeah, we could definitely see their teamwork. Who else?
For me, I thought that I was actually surprised Khalil didn't pull out the carbine because he has a YouTube and he uploads montages and stuff and he uses a lot of carbine. So I was wondering, I didn't think he was gonna only use that one weapon. I forgot what it's called,
Vector?
but yeah,
Yeah.
he didn't use a lot of carbine. I was just surprised.
I actually didn't know he creates montages. I'm definitely gonna see it. But if you notice, he was able to actually do a lot of damage and get kills when he started using the Vector X in
Yeah,
the
that's very true.
second match. Yeah, in Haunt, he started making a lot of kills with it, and he was making a lot of damages.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Also, there was a lot of tie. I think there was like two or three ties that
Yeah.
happened where they just blew
Yeah.
up right as
Yeah.
yeah. That's pretty funny.
Tactics
Yeah.
too. Like
I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was like, one match in Haunt, Juan Carlos and Khalil, I think, were like fighting, and it was a nuke elimination, and they both forgot to go into the armory. So they won because LM10 was just in the red base chilling in the armory.
Exactly.
That's
I was feeling so anxious. I was like, they keep shooting at each other. I was like, the time is running out, and they keep shooting at each other. So I was like, okay, this is gonna be over. Because I thought M10 was also out there, and it wasn't going inside. And I was like, okay, they're all dead. But luckily, M10 was in there, and when the nuke goes off and they won, M10 went like Yahoo in the chat. So he was like so glad with it. And actually, Juan Carlos before that, he actually missed to go in there, and that's how he lost.
Yeah.
Also, they never used team chat. It was always an all chat, so
Oh yeah.
like the other team could see what they were thinking and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
there's all caps
That's
fall
true.
back at one point.
They didn't know how the chat was working. They were dead, and they were like kind of
Oh,
trying to
yeah.
tell their teammates
Oh,
what their
yeah.
health is or what they're
Yeah, I
doing.
remember at one point they were saying they were tricking you in the chat. I forgot when that was.
Probably they did not know how the chat works. But
Rip.
about the carbine thing, even if like I think if Khalil went with the carbine, but Juan Carlos was using carbine and he had so many kills with it. Like Khalil has like 1,000 kills with it, and Juan Carlos like 15,000 kills with it. So even if Khalil did use carbine, Juan Carlos still had more chances of taking him out because he had such a good and firm aim with it that he was going like mostly going headshots with the carbine even in long distances. And talking about long distances, we had no idea what Juto was doing with an STG locked on a player that is standing on the end of the map, like if
Oh,
he has
yeah.
a sniper.
Yeah.
It's
He
like,
was.
you try to snipe him with a shotgun. It's like, what's that gonna do?
And I think the
chances of a bullet
sometimes
hitting.
yeah. Sometimes he was using an STG and sometimes he was just firing with this USP. And I was so confused that the other team, like he was sometimes will be shooting with a USP just like randomly out of nowhere in the hunt. And the other team must have been so confused, like, who the hell is this using USP out of nowhere? So Yuto definitely had no clue what was happening. I don't know what was going on in here, but it was his first match. It was his first tournament and he just joined a few months ago, so he had no idea what was
Mhm.
happening. But anyways, we all had a good laugh about it, and yeah, he did manage to get some kills. So I think he did pretty good from his end, as much as he could do.
Yeah.
So, anyways, is there anything else you guys want to add to this podcast?
Predictions?
Sure,
Oh, last time?
predictions.
So, that might be
Do we
hard.
remember? Yeah, do we remember what we? I'm not sure if you remember.
I did say EU2 had a good chance of winning, so I'll just take that. And they did win.
Yeah, but I remember. Okay, well, a lot of us, I don't know who went, but I said that if in NA4, if Khalil, the dude, if his teammates show up, then they will win, and they did show up and they did not win.
That was
So
kinda
yeah, my
sad.
prediction was wrong.
Yeah.
My prediction was all wrong. In Europe 2 versus SA2, I remember saying I said Europe 2 versus SA1. I said that Europe 2 will win because I was pretty confident in Aphrodite and Destroyer. So that prediction also went wrong. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna mention anymore because I think my all predictions were wrong. So yeah,
I don't remember my predictions.
same.
do-
I just remember those two.
I had one predictions from what I remember.
Yeah, what was it?
It was the SA match. I predicted SA1 would win.
Oh, so you were right then.
No, she was wrong.
Well, I say once in the
EU2
losing
won.
bracket.
You
won.
wait, Europe 2
Man.
won?
Yes.
Then my prediction was right. How can
Yeah.
I be wrong? Damn
How
it.
can you be wrong? I don't know.
So it makes sense.
Okay, my one prediction was right. Okay, your two did one.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was so convinced that they lost. Huh. Anyways, anyone else remember any prediction they made?
No.
Uh,
Okay.
I think I predicted Africa would win.
Yeah, I went
Hey,
as
you're
I went
right.
with Africa too, and we
I don't
were
remember who won. They won, yeah.
ooh, Africa won. So yeah,
Yeah.
that was I went with Africa too,
Mm.
and they won.
I
Yeah.
don't remember who I went with, so
Mm.
can't tell.
Okay, then I guess we don't need to make future predictions because we don't remember, and then there's no point for it.
Also, matches.
But yeah, I think we should be. I think it will be like much better if we make predictions in the end of the match when we actually know the teams and how they're gonna play. Like we're still getting to know a lot of the teams, how they're playing in the entire tournament. So I think because we're like after this weekend, I think we'll be heading to the semifinals of like we're already in the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
Like we just had
Mhm.
And we
two
have a
matches
loser
of
bracket
quarterfinals.
too.
Yeah. We on the winners bracket we have already done two matches of the quarterfinals and two teams are already in the semifinals of the winners bracket.
Yeah.
So as we go like in the bracket, move to the finals, I think we'll be able to make more solid predictions, and that we will be able to keep a count on it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So anything else you guys want to add? Because I think we're going to do predictions in later podcasts.
Just a reminder not to give out passwords. Yesterday we had a lot of random people
Yeah.
joining when the match we had. So
Yeah.
we had
That's
to
true. A
change
lot of
the
people
password.
actually.
It's definitely gone down
Yeah.
today though. There was only like one
Yeah, there's
or
only
two
one.
people. Yeah, pretty much.
Podgav
Yeah.
or whatever his name was. I was
Yeah,
like, who is that?
that's true. Okay. Anything else?
No.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. That's it. We'll see you guys in the next weekend. We're gonna have about one. It shows 4 matches to me right now, so we're gonna discuss how many matches are we gonna have.
Mhm.
We're gonna work on it. We're gonna work on the times. Hopefully, it's the matches go forward in the finals, we're gonna have less problems with the timings. Because in the whole week, we're just stuck in doing all the times. Not me. There's like not. It's mostly not me, but I know how hard it is for the people who are doing the time zones and the messages. So I hope it gets easier. Anyways, this is it for this podcast, and we're gonna see you in the next one. Adios.